Welcome to this edition of our virtual career day. I'm Frank Mitchell, and I'm going to be talking to my afternoon talk show partner, but not about radio, not about many hats you've worn, Tim May. As being a judge, a pastor, a first responder, but about your involvement with the private security business. So I guess I would start by asking you to define what is private security.
Private security and private investigations.
Investigations.
Yeah, I thought you meant private investigations.
That too.
Well, I've done it all my life, it seems like, because as a private investigator, I try to feel like I'm one of those people in television that can investigate within an hour, solve the case, get a lot of money, and live happily ever after. But private investigation is a little bit different than that in real life. First of all, it's a very rewarding job because you are searching for things that you don't know and you want to find out, or somebody's paid you to find out. Most private investigators come from a law enforcement background, and yet some of the best investigators I've ever hired had no formal police education or background in investigation. And people ask me all the time, my best investigators were women. And they were able to fall into the private investigative work better than anyone else. Men seem to be a little hesitant as far as role playing that you have to do and fitting into different circumstances. But private investigation is a fascinating line of work. I can certainly say that.
What is it that personally, with all the different fields that you've been into, got you interested in the field of private security investigation?
Yeah, I think I was always the kid that wanted to know the rest of the story. If I went to the circus or went to a carnival and I saw a magician, or if I saw the two-headed lady or whatever, what they had there, I always wanted to know how they do that. And it just as I grew, my curiosity continued to grow, and I wanted to learn a lot about businesses. How come people get into the beauty shop business? How come people get into the funeral business? How come people get in this? And I wanted to know what was behind the screen. And that natural curiosity allowed me many years ago, almost 40 some years ago, to actually become a licensed investigator. It's a profession that is recognized by the state of Maryland. It is very well regulated, so you just can't be a rogue, you can't go rogue. But it is also, as I said, rewarding and very lucrative at times.
So if somebody wanted to go into the field, what are some of the rewards and what are some of the pitfalls?
Well, the rewards are certainly the fact that you're able to accomplish something. It's like you have to have the mindset that there's going to be an answer. You can't get into investigative work thinking, well, I'll do my best. You have to really think that there is an answer, that whatever's causing this problem, or whatever, who struck John or whatever, whether it's right now I'm working on a murder investigation in Washington, D.C. I need to know more than anybody else, and that's the job. It's not a pitfall. The pitfall is you have to start out by not assuming you're going to handle murder cases or anything that serious, and that's like you're paying your dues. Investigators start out in most agencies as doing domestic investigations. Get out of your mind what you see on television.
What are, and this is the last question, what type of skills?
Skills, well, first, great memory. You have to have the ability, some technical ability, because when I started, everything was on foot and by quarters into a payphone. Now there's so much more technology that we have computers in the cars. We have a lot more advanced technology. You have to have patience. Your number one qualification is patience. If you don't have that, you won't be a good investigator. And the thing is that what was the question? What is the bad part about it? The bad part about it is the long hours. And when you start off, it's you're not being paid a great amount of money. You're at the bottom rung, but you work your way up, and you do that by not necessarily how long you're on the job, but how well you do the job. And if anyone's interested, you should contact the local agency. talk to them, try to shadow them. Sometimes you can shadow an investigator, and that gives you an insight of what it's actually like. And if you see it on television, it's probably not how it's done in real life.
And one local agency is Tim May Investigations on
West College Terrace.
Terrace in the city of Frederick. Thank you, Tim May.
Thank you, Frank Mitchell.